We'd now like to turn to the President's report from Bill Johnson. I know that you've heard many compliments about Bill this morning. That makes our job much more difficult, so we encourage you not to do that in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Those weren't compliments, they were true stories. Let me reiterate the Chair's comments about the hospitality of Chattanooga. It's always great to be here, particularly for TVA, because so many of our employees are here. And a lot of the people who operate the power generation and transmission systems actually are here in Chattanooga. They make sure that the electricity we make is reliably delivered to EPB in the North Georgia, and so they can send it to their customers and to all of our customers across the region. So Harold and Catherine and Wayne, I have looked at the weather report for the next couple of days. I believe we're fixing to be a little busy here, so it's nice to have this time not to have to worry about it. You know, EPB and Chattanooga are widely known for being innovative. And the recent announcement here of an innovation district for the city makes Chattanooga the first mid-sized city in the country to designate such a district. It will help businesses grow in the area, encouraging new business, startups, innovation, a lot of things you heard about in the comment period this morning. And it will be a close neighbor here to our Chattanooga office complex, where we're making some improvements of our own, really so employees have a safe, quality work environment. So our activities here have had some impact on the town. Some downtown street closings, some disruption of traffic. There's some big cranes sitting outside that are blocking traffic, which we apologize for that, appreciate the patience of our downtown neighbors, as we are proud to be members of the downtown Chattanooga community. As you know, TVA's mission is to serve the people of the Tennessee Valley. And we accomplish that mission through our work in energy, the environment, and economic development. As you know, we're a federally owned corporation, and for the past several years, the administration has undertaken a strategic review of TVA. We're pleased that the administration has completed that strategic review. The President's budget for 2016 was released last week and acknowledged TVA's efforts to improve operational and financial performance. TVA remains committed to its mission of service in the region and to being financially healthy. Now, we do TVA's work within the strategic imperatives that define our business. The imperatives for us to manage debt and keep rates as low as feasible, to maintain power system assets that deliver reliable, low-cost power, and serve as stewards of the region's natural resources. Given that framework, our business priorities for 2015 are pretty straightforward. They include keeping rates low, living within our means, and managing our debt, working safely while continuously improving, pursuing operational excellence, positioning Watts Bar Unit 2 for success, and meeting customer expectations for cleaner, reliable, and affordable energy, stimulating economic development, strengthening customer relationships, managing the river system, and being responsible stewards. Safety, including not jaywalking, is always our top priority as we go about TVA's business. And of course, in this space, you're never satisfied until you are accident-free. In the second quarter of 2015, we're making good progress on these priorities. Financially, we completed the first quarter of our fiscal year with good results. Revenues are up, operations and maintenance costs are down. We're making good progress toward the goal of reducing costs by $500 million by the end of this fiscal year. And improved operation at our coal and nuclear plants means we're buying less power from more expensive sources. We're also working in partnership with our customers, Mr. Van Maal just talked about this, on a strategic pricing plan that will give us and our customers long-term direction on fair and competitive rates. And ultimately that will benefit the 9 million consumers across the region. We expect to present a recommendation on the strategic pricing plan to the board in August with an implementation date of October. Today, Chief Financial Officer John Thomas will ask the board's approval for extending a pilot program known as off-peak pricing. Under this program, TVA charges standard rates for electricity when power demands and power costs are highest. And we offer reduced rates for electricity when demand is lower. So we recommend continuing this as a standard pricing product as we work with customers on the long-term plan. Our primary task and how we generate revenue for all that we do is producing and delivering electric power. We're working to do that more efficiently with cleaner, more diverse energy sources and with an optimal portfolio that is based on least cost planning, demonstrates our environmental commitment, can serve our customers in a variety of future conditions, and promotes economic prosperity across the region. Overall, we have to be able to efficiently match power supply to changing demands over the long term and from day to day and actually from hour to hour. We saw this clearly here in early January. On the morning of Sunday, January 4th, the average temperature across the region was 58 degrees, and power demand was low, just over 12,000 megawatts. By early Thursday, January 8th, valley temperatures had dropped from 58 to 8 degrees. Power demand on Thursday reached 33,000 megawatts, marking the third highest winter peak ever on the system. So we certainly appreciate the support of our customers and our partners and consumers in voluntarily reducing energy use during the extreme temperatures. The dramatic change in power demand from Sunday to Thursday was the largest 5-day swing in system load in TVA history, a 164% increase in power demand. That kind of swing demonstrates the need for power systems to be reliable, efficient, and nimble enough to meet whatever the day brings. And that's an important consideration that we're carefully accounting for as we move toward a more diverse generating fleet. Supplying reliable electricity across the region requires us to have large baseload plants that can generate power 24/7, sometimes for months at a time. Those baseload plants are complemented by a variety of other sources, including relatively smaller plants that can stop and start more easily when power demand fluctuates, so that overall we have an optimal mix of generating resources. Later this morning, to support this move towards cleaner, more diverse generation, Chief Operating Officer Chip Pardee will ask the board's approval for us to move forward with the acquisition of an additional combined cycle gas plant. This gas plant is on the market at an attractive price and with an established connection to the TVA system through a local power company. As you know, combined cycle gas plants are highly efficient, produce low emissions, and increase system flexibility. We're asking the board's approval to enter into an agreement if the final terms continue to be favorable. We'll also recommend a power purchase agreement that increases our access to solar power at a price that is competitive with other energy sources. That makes the power purchase agreement a good fit for the power system strategically, operationally, and financially. Our nuclear plants are among the large baseload plants I mentioned just a moment ago, and we're continuing to see improved performance across the nuclear program. We appreciate the regulatory oversight that holds us to these high standards. At Watts Bar Unit 2, we're continuing to make progress in terms of schedule and budget. We're within an established plan for both of those things, and pre-operational testing is in progress. Coal continues to be an important part of our generating mix, so we're continuing installation of clean air equipment on some coal units, conversion to natural gas at others, and retiring still others. The Tennessee River System, one of our most important responsibilities, is working as it should to deliver multiple benefits to the public, providing power, reducing the potential for flood damage, and allowing for commercial shipping. Now, as with all our work, the safety of the public and our employees is our top priority in this area. Our ongoing dam safety program includes regular inspections of our dams, and we're addressing particular needs at 2 dams, Boone Dam in East Tennessee and Pickwick Dam in West Tennessee. We will continue to keep the area residents and businesses informed about our work there as we know more. Across the generating fleet, we're investing in the ongoing modifications and maintenance work required for safe, reliable, efficient operation. So later in the meeting, Chip will ask the board's approval to extend the modification and maintenance contract for those necessary investments. In the area of energy efficiency, which we certainly heard a lot about this morning earlier, eScore is a new program by TVA and local power companies to help homeowners make their homes more energy efficient and save money on their power bills. Energy efficiency helps consumers save money, keeps the environment cleaner, and makes power prices more competitive. Our roadmap for planning how we can best meet the region's future energy needs is our integrated resource plan, which you also heard a lot about this morning. As part of this year's plan, we've developed an innovative approach using energy efficiency as a resource. This new approach was highlighted at a Baker Center seminar earlier this week at UT in Knoxville drew a large crowd of people from around the region. As you heard, 2 of our own directors were there and participating. So it was a good source of public input on what we think is going to be an important plan for us. The resource plan is being updated. We expect to provide a draft for public comment in March. And we have had extensive public comment and the insight and input of a working group of stakeholders who represent a wide range of perspectives. We have several sources of stakeholder input. Another one is the Regional Energy Resource Council, which has now completed its first 2 years of operation. This board created the council to advise on energy resources and give voice to diverse perspectives on energy issues in the region. We appreciate the service of the council members, and we will recommend today to the board that it renew this group's charter for the next 2 years. Economic development, another core component of our mission, means job opportunities for people across the region. We work with numerous partners to help bring good jobs to the region and keep them here. Local power companies, directly serve customers, and regional, state, and local economic development agencies. These are the partners we work with in this area. We also serve and support communities to help them prepare for economic growth opportunities. Together, we had a banner year in 2014, and we're off to a good start this fiscal year. During the first quarter of this year, our partnerships helped attract and retain more than 27,400 jobs and about $2.8 billion in capital investment in the region. And over the past 5 years, the total is about 300,000 jobs and $35 billion in capital investment. These results mean economic opportunity for people and families and with families and mortgages. And if you're interested, you can find a lot of information about these programs on our website. Now, this is one of my favorite opportunities of the year. You know, we're here to serve, and to do that, we deliver the service through the skills and abilities of dedicated employees at all levels. And in large part, this is a technical organization, an engineering organization. We have on the order of about 900 degreed engineers and about 2,500 people in what we call the engineering disciplines. They have degrees ranging from associate level to PhD. Our ongoing technical training ensures that we meet regulatory standards and achieve continuous improvement in such areas as operations, maintenance, engineering, project management, and related topics. About 300 of those engineers are licensed professional engineers, which is a great credential to have as an engineer. So we have a great advocate for training and development and a great role model for TVA engineers with us today, former TVA Chief Operating Officer Ike Zerang. Ike began his career here in 1975 as a nuclear engineer, supported the initial startup of Browns Ferry and Sequoia nuclear plants. He retired as TVA's Chief Operating Officer in 2005, but he didn't retire for long. Now we're continuing to draw upon his leadership at Watch Bar Plant Unit 2. At Watch Bar 2, Ike is the director of the project, helping to make sure we bring that into commercial operation with safety, quality, and teamwork. So every year, we recognize one of our engineers as the TVA Engineer of the Year. That's what we're about to do. That award is actually named after Ike Zerang. So it seemed like a perfect idea to get Ike to come and make this presentation. So Ike, you'll come on up here and make that presentation.
Thank you, Bill. It's an honor to come up here and make this presentation. It's very special to me. Our award winner is Jeffrey Phillips. He's here with his wife, Tammy. Jeff's a Marine veteran, registered professional engineer. He started his career at TVA in 2001 after receiving an associate degree from Chattanooga State. For the next few years, Jeff worked full-time, raised a family, and received a civil engineering degree from UTC. That in itself is a major accomplishment. In the past 3 years, Jeff's worked on a number of transmission projects, 28 to be exact, effectively utilizing nearly $40 million of TVA's dollars and adding 170 miles of transmission line. Now, as I read through a number of Jeff's accomplishments, what struck me was a transmission project over Percy Priest Lake. I like to refer to it as a reservoir because it has a dam. That was a complicated project. They had to increase the capacity of those lines. Doing so would cause some additional stretching in those lines. It would have been difficult to raise the towers because of the airport being near. Building additional towers would have been very expensive and had a significant environmental impact. So Jeff and his team engineered the world's first 500 kV bundled ACCR line. Now, what is an ACCR line? It's an aluminum composite conductor line. It's lightweight, it's strong, and has almost double the current carrying capacity of normal conductors. Now, this kind of struck me because it's another TVA engineering first. Many of us may not know, but in 1965, TVA energized the world's first 500 kV transmission line. So Jeff and his team continues TVA's tradition of engineering excellence and innovation. And above all that, Jeff is a published engineer. 2 articles in professional trade magazines. So Jeff, please come up and receive your award.